Hello friends, welcome back to your UPSC. So today we'll study about Big Bang theory, which is the part of modern scientific theories related to origin and evolution of Earth's surface. So let's get started. So what exactly Big Bang refers to? Big Bang refers to the birth of our universe. And this Big Bang theory is the prevailing cosmological model to give us the evidences or the theory about origin and evolution of Earth. Okay? So, this theory actually states that our universe is formed by a primordial singularity which existed 13.8 billion years ago. So, this primordial singularity was having infinite temperature and infinite density. Okay, so here is a singularity having infinitely high density and infinitely high pressure and temperature. Okay, and this singularity was expanding. Okay, so if someone asks that if the singularity was having so much high density, then why it did not recollapsed? Okay, so the answer is the singularity did not recollapsed because the density was way much more higher than required for gravitational collapse. Okay, that is black hole formation. So this singularity was having much more higher density than that was required for black hole formation. Okay, so now back to the theory. So this singularity was expanding. Okay, and this expansion was homogeneous. That is, the distribution of the material was homogeneous and isotropic. So this whole thing is having very high energy, very high density, and huge temperature. Okay, and this thing is expanding as well as cooling. Okay, and the particles here, due to very high temperature, they are being created and destroyed because they are colliding with each other, so they are being created and destroyed. Okay, so as this thing is increasing, it is decreasing its density as well as temperature. Okay, so with the expansion, our universe, okay, which is going to be our universe, is decreasing its temperature as well as its density. Okay, and because of this decrease in temperature, the typical energy of each particle, okay, is also decreasing. So with the decrease in temperature, density of this thing, every particle present here is also decreasing its energy, because of which what happens after a very long period of time, this, as I said, it is homogeneously expanding. Okay, this area is homogeneously expanding, but a few part which is having slightly more density than the other parts. Okay, so these parts starts to attract the matter in the surrounding. Okay, so they are attracting the matters in the surrounding, which is making them grow bigger and bigger in size. So, due to agglomeration of the matters present in the universe, these particles are growing in size, which will be forming gas clouds, stars, and galaxies, and other astronomical bodies which are observed today in the future. Okay? And this is how our universe, present day universe, is formed. So this singularity was expanding and expanding, and within this singularity the matters were colliding with each other, forming various electrons, protons, and neutrons. Okay, so that is not our point to discuss, because that comes in physics, and it is in very much detail which we can't understand. Okay, so from geographical point of view, what happens is, from a singularity which is expanding and cooling itself simultaneously, okay, and decreasing its density, we can see that our galaxies and our planets, or every other heavenly bodies, is formed. So that this is all what Big Bang theory says. Now Big Bang theory have given evidences in favor of this theory. Okay, Big Bang, the scientists have given evidences in favor of this theory, and these evidences are also known as four pillars of Big Bang theory. Okay, so now we will discuss about these four pillars of Big Bang theory. So we'll study this timeline later on. First we'll discuss about the four pillars. First is Hubble's law have proved that our universe is expanding. Okay, so this confirms that our universe is expanding. Okay, so this thing can be confirmed that something smaller, the universe was smaller in size uh, in the past. Okay, in the past the universe was much smaller in size than we can see today. The next thing is, scientists have discovered cosmic microwave background. Okay, these cosmic microwave backgrounds are actually omnidirectional signals in microwave band, which the scientists have observed. And these microwave bands or background shows us that shows us or gives us the evidence of Big Bang theory. So cosmic microwave background. Then the third one is, there are abundant of light materials, light element in the universe. Okay, so as I said that the singularity, the primordial singularity was expanding, and uh, the density was also becoming less and less. That is, the density was decreasing. So the atoms were sorry the elements were going lighter and lighter, so we can find abundant of light elements like helium 4, 3, deuterium, lithium 7, etc. in the universe, which gives us the evidence in the favor of your Big Bang theory. So abundance of light elements like helium etc. Okay, and the most recent evidence, that is the fourth evidence, we have two in this. So the most recent evidence says that our galaxy was formed about 1 billion years ago. Sorry, about 1 billion years after the Big Bang theory. Okay, and the next is there are large scale cosmic stars present in the universe. Okay, so the scientists, through their observation, they believe that there are pristine clouds of primordial gases. Okay, so there are large scale cosmic stars present in universe. So scientists believe that primordial, there are pristine clouds of primordial gases which are now also forming some cosmic stars, etc. Okay, so these are the four pillars which gives us the evidence about Big Bang theory in the favor of Big Bang theory. Now, when we come to demerits, or so, so there are some issues and problems related to the physics applied in this theory. Okay, out of which few are solved and others are not yet explained. So these problems are not in our domain, so we'll leave these problems. And with this, let us quickly jump to the Big Bang timeline chart. Okay, so it's all started with a primordial singularity which was having very high density and very high temperature. Okay, so this was at the 0th second, or at the initial point. Then the expansion started at 10 raised to the power minus 43th second. Okay, and this expansion was homogeneous. As I told you guys, this thing was homogeneously expanding. Okay, after 1 second, protons and neutrons were formed. And because the protons and neutrons were formed, at the 3rd minute, nuclear fusion started. Okay, after 5,000 years of this expansion, the process of gravitational collapse started. So as I told you guys, that here, let me focus it first. But here, the matter which was not so uniformly distributed, or which was having a bit higher density than the other matter, started to attract others. So this thing, gravitational collapse, started after 5,000 years. And 4 lakhs years, after 4 lakh years, recombination phase started, which was responsible for the formation of atoms. Okay, and after 700 million years of this expansion, we can notice our earliest visible galaxy. So the first visible galaxy was formed in 700 million years after the expansion. And the era between 700 million years to 400 billion years, 3 billion years, was the era of formation of galaxies. Okay, and after 3 billion years, stars formation started. Okay, and this was the peak time. That means at this time, the maximum numbers of stars were formed. Okay, and between 3 billion years to 11 billion years, our solar system was formed. And between 11 billion years to 14 billion years, life on the earth started. So from single celled organisms to modern day human were formed in this phase. Okay, and today, at the present, this time is about 13.8 billion years after the expansion started. Okay, so this was all about Big Bang Theory, and with this we come to the end of our lecture for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this lecture. This topic is really very important for UPSC exam or any other exam, and also for our general knowledge. So I hope you find this lecture interesting. In the last lecture, I promised you that I'll cover Indian philosophical thoughts about origin and evolution of Earth, but that topic is not in our syllabus of UPSC. So we can cover that topic later on sometime. So guys, we'll meet in our next lecture. Till then, take care and have a nice day.